All right. Here we go. Okay. I don't know if I can see the chat. I saw a couple little comments, so there may be things that come up, but just let me know if they do because, oh, look, Anya. Cheers. There you go. All right. Okay, y'all, I'm Kim Cooper. I am Anya's mommy, and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about customer service tonight because it's super, super, super important. And I feel like the majority of my repeats, I have a lot of referrals, and they're all because of customer service. So we talk a lot about thank you cards and that type of thing, but I want to remind you all of a couple of things. We get complaints sometimes. I know you hate to hear that, but I do have a customer that called me with a package that was cut open and retaped. She had ordered a bundle of 3 wax bars, only got 2. And she said, does Scentsy stand by this? I'm missing my thing. And I said, Scentsy stands by it if they've done something incorrectly. I will stand by it because you're my customer. So I'm going to go ahead and send her out the bar that she's missing. I didn't ask her. She showed me a picture. I knew what she had. I looked it up. I didn't want to go any further with that. So that's part of what I do for customer service. Okay. I also have someone who never got their package on Fort Knox here because it said delivered to Radcliffe, and it was my host and it was all of her goodies. So guess what? There's no address in Radcliffe that's the same as the one here. The reason why it did not get to her is because I put 212 when I typed her address instead of 211. Where did it go? I have no idea. So guess what I'm going to do? As good customer service, I'm going to make sure she gets all of her product again. That's on me. I have to pay for it. Nobody wants to do that. But you know what? Sometimes we have to just suck it up and make that concession. So there's a couple of things about customer service that we need to be aware of when it comes to a complaint. That is having empathy for the person that's complaining. Try to put yourself in their position and realize that maybe they're a constant complainer. You don't know, but let's not take them at that. Let's take it as they really have a complaint that's valid. So you want to listen to them. First off, yes, own up to your mistake, Berkeley. Absolutely. I know that's what I have to do. So that's one thing. So we want to make sure that we have empathy for them. We want to have patience with them. And that not only goes for customers that are purchasing from you, but that also goes with your teammates. So sometimes you may get a teammate, and I consider my teammates kind of my little customers as well, because I want to make sure that they are taken care of and they have what they need. So I need to make sure that I have patience with them as well when they ask 100 questions of the same thing over and over again, because I know I was that person. And Anya was my sponsor, so she had to deal with that. So what I want to share with you now is I do my thank yous a little bit different. I don't know if everybody does this, but I want to tell you how I do it. Anya and I have talked about it. I've shared it with her because it works best for me. So at the end of a month is when I send my thank yous and all my VIP and my host mail out. Everything goes at the end of the month. It does take a while. It does take some time. However, it works best. So what I do for anyone that's ordered in the month, so say for all of my February orders, at the end of February, I send them a thank you card. Not expensive thank you card. I don't have to do that. And then in my thank you card, I have the Cent of the Month sticker. And then I have my information with my QR code. So my Cent of the Month sticker says what it is, and then it's 10% off, QR shop here. That's what I send anybody that's ordered one time in 1 month from me. I don't send them anything else that's going to cost a ton of money because the second month after they've ordered, so anybody that's 60 days out, they get a different type of a packet. And this one I can fit into this. So it only takes a stamp, not super expensive. I give them the brochure with the Cent of the Month in it. They get a product list. They get another sample. Scentsy Club, push your Scentsy Club. It's part of my PRV and it works great. My business card, and then a little note that says what they're supposed to do with their sample and tells them thank you so much for ordering. So that's the second month after they've ordered. See, they're 60-day out. Okay. When my customers hit 90 days, that's the last email or last mail that they're going to get from me until they order again, unless they let me know. So they get similar to the last month, but they get a different type of a brochure. They still get the Cent of the Month. And then I send them this card. And so it's a check it out card. And this is what it says. It's been 3 months or more. Your stash must be low. Let me know if you're still interested or off my mailing list you will go, with a sad face. Scan the QR code here or shop on my link because with Scentsy, you know nothing will stink. Then I have scan the QR code here and my information. And I want you to know when I send these out after I get my Cent of the Month, I usually get 3 or 4 orders just from this one card, because a lot of people do not want to pop off my list. They want to stay on. They don't want to lose. So I did have one lady who told me, I cannot order. Please don't let me. I don't want to fall off your list at all. Don't do that. So I've kept her on and she still gets this. So those are the 3 things that I send to customers when they order, the 3 months out. I'm going to incorporate a 6 month out after it's been 6 months from an order, probably at 6 months. I'll go ahead and I'll send those folks one as well, just so that they can get back in it again if they just missed out or just forgot to order. So my VIPs, I'll do this real quick. I'm almost done. I don't have much else after this. My VIPs get a little special treat, and I know we talk about this as well. So they get, and a VIP for me, let me read my card. A VIP for me is someone's considered a VIP when they spend over $80 in 1 month, order 3 months in a row, or they're a member of my Scentsy Club. So if they're on club, then they get this little card that says, I love them. And I just send little things that I find out like this. I'll send a candy for Easter, a pair of the dollar socks from Target. And I'll send them a couple of samples or 1 sample. It just depends. So that's what I do to keep my customers feeling special, so that they know. And if you all don't know, you can run reports. So I run a report that has the dates that my people have ordered, and then I highlight dependent on what month it is that they're doing. So for the first month for February, they were all yellow, and then I do it for VIPs to make sure that I don't double send anything to anyone. You want to make sure you're not sending somebody a drop off if they just ordered, which makes a lot of sense. And then I always make sure that they get extra things that are Scentsy that they've not tried before. That's it from me.
That's good. I think that's so good. And I think it's so important. I'll say even too, sometimes when I talk to my mom and I'm asking her like different things, she'll bring up different things about how she even comments on people's posts, like in the neighborhood posts, instead of bombarding them, she's like, well, I have this and this and this. If you'd like me to drop something off, just let me know. And it's so nonchalant. It's so not forceful. People don't like forceful. Okay. And that's something I'm personally struggling with right now. I have come to realize after my last new teamie who's in the neighborhood with me, she is like so willing to just put herself out there. And she's like, hey, on the neighborhood page, I got this, this, and this. And I'm over here like posting boxes of just Scentsy. Anybody need a box? Like, I'm a little more timid, when it comes to those things than she is. And I have come to, like, I thought I was bold, but I'm like, oh girl, like you're doing good things over here. Okay. Like didn't even have a launch party and she's over certified. Like she's doing great. So, I mean, it's things like that. I think we have to be able to be bold and be confident in what we're doing, but not be pushy and annoying in those people. Does that make sense? So when I hear things that my mom is doing with her customers, I'm like, that's so perfect. It's not, I'm going to send you an email. You're about to be off this mailing list. You better put in an order. It's, hey, I'm just letting you know, and if you want to stay on it, please let me know. And I'm more than happy to put a stamp on an envelope, not expensive, to help you. I think that's what it really comes down to. Customer service is it cannot be about us. That's the biggest thing. But you also do not have to break the bank. So remember that too, okay? You need to be putting like maybe 10% of what you're making back into your business. So think about that. With your customer, don't be stingy. Treat them like gold. But with your customers, with, mail outs, with what you're choosing to show off for parties and all of that, 10% needs to go back into your business. So just be thinking about all of that. That was awesome. And I love the fact that you said have empathy and patience, because sometimes it's hard. Like customers ask 1,000,001 questions. New teamies ask 1,000,001 questions. And you're like, okay, let me help you. But you have to remember, like, you were that person too. And they don't know for us, it's like secondhand. Like, we're like, okay, and they're like, I don't know, so help them. Yeah.
And I had another thing too. I just lost it. I forgot what I was going to say. No, because you were saying to make sure that you help them. But no, also one thing is if you have someone who talks about something that that they're using that doesn't work, that's not a Scentsy product, and you haven't really told them much about that you're with Scentsy, offer it. I had an extra counter clean or a partial counter clean, and one of the ladies I met at the retreat last weekend was having a problem keeping her stainless steel or whatever clean, because it's Army stainless steel. I don't know. She lives in housing. Anyway, so I gave her the rest of my bottle and I told her, try this and use it. And she hasn't gotten back with me yet, but it's just really important just to offer those things up. It really is. It's important. And I had something else I think it was. I'll tell you.
Absolutely, because I'll even tell you guys, like so how I met Whitney was someone posted about Scentsy, and I had already had Scentsy warmers in my house on the neighborhood page, and they were like, oh, everybody's like, Whitney, go to Whitney Hebel. So I was like, okay. So I messaged her and I was like, I want to smell all of your scents. And she said, I'll drop them off tonight. She dropped off her entire tester kit to me. It was all organized so I could smell everything. And then I told her, I said, I'm just really having a hard time because one of my boys is peeing the bed and I'm cleaning it with the baking soda and vinegar, but like, bleh, that's gross, right? Like mixed with piss, like disgusting. And she had given me almost an empty bottle of her like Scentsy Fresh. And she's like, just try this and see if it works here. And we played Bunko together later. And so she had asked me, she's like, what did you think? And I'm like, I actually really liked it. And I think it's just good to freshen up. Like everybody, like you sweat when you sleep, like spray some stuff on it, make it smell good. And she's like, yeah, it's so good. And she had me hooked from there. But it was that customer service where she's like, just take the rest. It wasn't a lot, but she's like, take the rest of the bottle and just see. So be looking for every opportunity to literally get new customers and treat people like gold. Okay. Because I'm telling you, I had a lady, I was looking at new cars the other day, and I can't make up my mind. So there's that. But the lady was like, oh my gosh, you sell Scentsy, because it's on the back of my van. And I was like, yes. And she's like, do you have a catalog? Fail. I did not have a catalog. But I was like, let me get your number, girl. I'll text you my website. So I did. And she's like, let's trade info. And I had a scent circle, because I always keep an extra one or a car bar in my car for myself. And I just and I already have the sticker on it. I just hand it to her. And so she could open it with a QR code. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I'm going to follow up with her, but just be looking for literally every opportunity, not to be spammy, but to just love people. And I think it's going to take you very, very far. Okay. Good job. Thank you, Mother. Alex has got all the ideas for us. So I'm very excited. Go ahead, Alex.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to be talking about thinking outside of the box. And to kind of piggyback off from Kim and what she spoke about with your customers, and she has some really great ideas, but always just be looking for those other opportunities to think outside the box. Like something for me that I do for my customers, and it came from Anya and Whitney, is I order the cute little clear envelopes and put in the confetti, because it's fun and people won't forget that. So I love that idea. So I always try to think of different ways to treat our customers like gold. And that is the main thing, is like, just treat them like gold and just love on them. Also, advertising, the way you advertise your business, because it's your business. Think of, different like TikToks, Reels, Instagram, Facebook. We have all these social media platforms that we're able to use, and you can be really, really creative with them. And it does catch a lot of people's attention. I have more people watch my videos that I make than I do with them, my normal post. I try to stay away from the graphics as much as possible. I mean, when we have new products coming out, I definitely use them, but I like to stay away from the graphics. And I also follow a lot like Chloe Cox, and then Katie, Anya. I mean, they all have wonderful ideas, and just watching their stories and their Instagrams and their Facebooks. So just continue to think outside the box. Also creating your own bundles or even boxes. We've seen on our team page, the smell the rainbow. And just, you do have to make sure that you're staying within compliance as well. But also for myself, my husband is a real estate agent. So I definitely, I reach out to, I do bundles for him, for his clients. Well, not bundles, but baskets. And I've offered it to other real estate agents as well around the area. And that's going to be huge, because it's a big basket. It depends on the client. Sometimes I do mini warmers, but I'll do a full size warmer too, with 3 wax bars, a cleaner, a room spray, even like a little car bar, just all in a basket with some chocolates and some other little goodies for their new home. Another thing that I love to do is I like to go, even though it stresses me out, not gonna lie, go live with my kids because people watch those and they know that you're real. You're not just on there to to preach and to, you know, tell them all about the Scentsy and everything like that. But the kids make it so real. And there's been a few times where my girls are like, I just want to do it. I'm like, okay, here's the stuff. Here you go for it. And more people come in and like, ooh, and they like the video more when they see that your kids are involved and your family is involved. And to see that you as a person and not just as a salesperson, because people really do not like the sales pitch. They don't. So just continue to be real and really think outside the box. I mean, pick the brains of our leaders, like, hey, like, well, how do you do this? Or, you know, whichever. But it's definitely think outside the box and think of new ways to contact those customers and to reach those people who you're not able to reach, and continue to grow your network constantly. Something I've learned from Anya is every party I do now, I add each person from that party so they can come see me and know who I am and that I'm not just a salesperson. They need to know who Alex is. So it's just continue to think outside the box, and that's really all I have. So
I love that. I love all of that. And so this is another reason why I want leaders to share, is because like a lot of us don't think about certain things, right? Like I don't have a husband that's a real estate agent. Like I'm not going to think about certain things like that, you know? So for Alex, she's like, well, I have an in this way, and maybe somebody else on our team does too. Or, you know, maybe you're looking to buy a house and you can get in with your real estate agent that way, you know, or maybe you have a friend or a family member that's a real estate agent. So just be thinking literally about different ways to expand. I woke up this morning to a $70 order from someone who's never purchased from me. I had to go back and look because I'm like, who is this? I have added so many people from all these parties because at the end, I go ahead and I message every single person. Hey, have any questions? You know, did you want to order from this party? I usually get 1 or 2 more orders from the party from that. And then I just add everybody. And I put a blanket post at the very end. You may have seen an ad from me. Don't be weirded out. I'm not going to spam you. Some of them I have asked to party, yes, later after I kind of get to know them. But I'm like, I'm not going to spam you. I want to check in if you've ordered. Or, right, like this is the best way to see the newest, best upcoming Scentsy stuff. It just is, because it's all in my stories. And usually I've had one person fuss at me. And I was like, I have COVID. And then she left me alone. She's like, I'm praying for you. And I was like, thanks, okay. And that was it. Like, it was fine. So just think about things like that, you guys, because I literally had an order from someone today. And I'm like, I don't know who this is. And I realized she came from someone else's party, but she had never ordered until now. And that party was in December. So think of everything they're seeing, how you're interacting with them, and just loving on people. And like Alex said, thinking outside the box. What I try to share bundles that I see on like that the directors share with their teams, because my brain doesn't work that way. But if you do think of a bundle that you can offer, like I saw one that was like the Stink, Stank, Stunk car bundle, and they did it at different price points, what you could put in your car. The first one was like a scent circle and a scent pack. And the next one was like a car bar and the air clips. Like put different things together, price them out, and say without tax, so it can be for anybody in any state, and put them together, make them fun, and then share with us so that we can all do the same thing. We're all looking to increase our network, our PRV, and our customer base, right? So share with each other and just use those things. I love that thinking outside the box. I love that. I think that's amazing. That's amazing. Alex, you did really great. I'm so proud of our star consultants. You guys did amazing. On your way to do big things. I'm thinking, y'all, we have a superstar consultant that's coming up. And then I'm thinking our star consultants are next. They're next to be directors. So all of the star consultants, like, keep pushing, keep going. I'm really, really proud of you guys for stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing this. And I'll be asking a few more leaders next time to talk, just so you guys can kind of get the idea of, okay, this is what I kind of do for a meeting. Let me do a little bit of research. Let me show them what I do so I know how to lead, so that when you become a director, you're not like, huh? Now what? Okay, that's my goal. I want to set you up for success, okay? Because obviously a lot of you want to be directors, which makes my heart so happy. I love it. So I'm proud of y'all. Y'all are doing big things. We're only halfway through the month. Keep pushing your teams. If you've hit your goals, make another one. You can do it. push yourself, push your teams. That growth mindset is only going to grow you further. Okay. And it's going to do big, big things. So I'm proud of you guys. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful evening. And I will see y'all on Thursday. All right. Bye, guys.